Hello, everybody. I hope that you are well. I am driving right now. I'm going to actually pull over. I wanted to do this quick live. I was going to actually write a post, but it was going to be like so long to the point where I didn't want to do it. Because I know I probably would have forgot something too if I would have did it that way. But anyway, thank you for those who are joining, and thank you for those who will join and watch it later. Yep, and happy holidays to everybody too. Just in case I don't get a chance to see you or say it to you, I know, like I said, so many of you all. But anyway, let me get to this. So I wanted to talk about this a time before, but I didn't know if the time was right. You can see the title of the video, Move in Your Season. That's a good thing, like I say, even now for myself and many others. Move in your season. And what I mean by that, and again, I'm going to try to keep this very short because I actually got to go in here. But what that means is a lot of times what we'll see is, let me see, like, okay, for instance, you've been asking God for a car or wanting a new car or something like that. And it just seemed like, man, it's taking forever. I'm trying to get this sign out of my face. Anyway, it just seemed like, man, it's taking forever. Like, you can go out and make the decision to go get a car. It's not that you can't buy a car or invest in a car. It's just you want to make sure it's the right car and make sure, maybe God had gave you a promise or something like that about a car. And so you just seeking to wait on the right time and wait on, make sure that everything is right. But it seems like every time you turn around, somebody else is getting the car, and you just wondering, like, man, God, what's going on? What's happening? So, for instance, this is something that happened to me Thanksgiving weekend. We went out of town for Thanksgiving for a few days, about 5-6 days. Anyway, anybody know me when I go anywhere or just in general, I like to keep clean cars as much as possible, as long as it's not raining or anything like that. I like to keep clean cars. So before we left, I wasn't able to actually clean the car up. I don't really do the automatic car washes very much. I like to get out and do it myself. But I didn't get a chance to do it, so I was like, you know what, I just take my stuff up the road and just find a car wash there. Hopefully one will be open, or I can find a self-service one. So we got up the road. I wasn't able to do it the day that I wanted to do it, but I was like, I'll just find one the next day, which was actually the day of Thanksgiving. So I figured a lot of places would be closed. So anyway, I remember I was riding up the day before, and I was trying to kind of pinpoint where I wanted to stop at. It was this particular car wash that I really did like, but I didn't think it was going to be open on Thanksgiving. So anyway, I remember riding, and this car wash that I was going to go to, I was just going to settle for it. I was like, man, it's a little bit away from us, but I was going to go to it anyway and just utilize it. I could do what I needed to do. So riding down the road, I came to a point where I saw two like automatic car washes, and I was like, you know what, I may just go ahead and go to these and just settle for that. And because they were actually open, and I saw somebody had used it, and I was like, man, I really just didn't feel like riding no more because I had rode for a little bit, and I'm like, I really don't feel like going that far out my way. So I remember I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep riding down till I get to the car wash that I said that I was going to go to begin with. So I kept riding. I haven't got to the car wash that I said I was going to go to, but I kept riding for a minute. And lo and behold, the car wash that I really wanted to go to, it was open. And I was like, oh my goodness. I would never have even known that it was open if I would have settled for the two car washes that was beforehand, I wouldn't have never even known that this car wash would have been open today. It closed at a certain time, but I was like, man, let me go ahead and go here. So I went there, did what I needed to do, and I was just very happy. And so I left the car wash, and where we were, kind of big city, you had to ride down a little bit and turn around. And lo and behold, probably zero point 0.2 miles was the car wash that I was gonna actually go to and settle for. That again, I didn't really want to, but I knew I could get it done if I did it. And God instantly, like, showed me, like, okay, here's the thing. I had two car washes that I could have went to that, I just could have just went to, but I didn't want those. Then I kept riding and I waited, and I found a car wash that I really wanted to go to, and it was open. So I did what I really wanted to do, but I could have bypassed that one and went to the car wash I was going to settle for. And that was just a blessing to me. And like I say, it came back to my memory today to say this. Do it in God's timing, because oftentimes, yeah, we get tired of waiting. True enough, we want what we want when we want it a lot of times, but when it's done in God's time, it will always be right. You won't have to worry about nothing. It'll always be right. So whatever you're waiting on or whatever we're waiting on,